Hi, my name is Dr. Maxwell Jen. I'm a board-certified obesity medicine physician, and at my clinic, OMI, we practice a lot of medically assisted weight loss. And while I've been doing this for years, I've treated hundreds of patients successfully, I know that this particular topic has gained a lot of steam recently with the rise of the new injectable drugs like Wegovy and Mounjaro, and I wanted to share how we think medical weight loss should be done. So the very first most important point that I stress to any patient is that medical weight loss isn't all about the medicine. It's not some magic pill, it's not a magic shot where you're going to be melting fat off with zero effort. In fact, all of the research shows, including the Wegovy research, shows that the sustained weight loss with really good health outcomes can only be achieved if you're combining those really cool new medications or some of the older medications with a healthy lifestyle. So if you don't currently have a healthy lifestyle, you gotta make those healthy lifestyle changes and then combine it with the medication if you wanna have those really fantastic outcomes that you might be reading about, that you might be seeing on your social media feed. What are some of those healthy lifestyles that we want you to do? Well, it's things that you probably already know about. We want you to drink less alcohol, cut out a little bit of smoking, as best as we can, minimize the stress in our very stressful lives, and of course, clean up our diet and start getting into the habit of exercising. And we know that sounds really daunting. That's really hard for a lot of people, especially if this is like the first time you've ever tackled it. And so one of the services that we and probably many other medical weight loss services provide is help with making those really important lifestyle changes. That might be through counseling, which we do all the time, and oftentimes we'll even use certain medications to try to help you make some of those lifestyle changes. So a lot of my patients ask me, which medications? And the answer is, annoyingly, it depends on why you're overweight or overfat in the first place. A lot of patients deal with stress eating. Well, we may need a little small dose of an anti-stress medication to help get that under control. Other patients almost have a sense of food addiction. They can't stop themselves from eating. We may need a little bit of an anti-addiction drug to help with that particular problem, and then so on and so forth. And then of course, there are just all of the different medical reasons where you might just be not able to lose weight, like impacts on your metabolism. So for instance, if you're anemic or you have hormone imbalances, or if you're just, kind of really just sugared out. And depending on those answers that we get during our counsel session with you, we will be prescribing different medications or even different combinations of medications to try to get everything under control. And so the medications we use, they're all approved by the FDA. Every medication has side effects, from dehydration, constipation, that's a really common one with some of the newer injectables. With some of the anti-stress medications, you can feel a little bit sleepy. With some of the anti-addiction medications, you might feel a little bit of numbness in like the fingertips. Nothing serious, nothing irreversible, but it can be a little bit annoying if you're, experiencing it. But that's again why you have me and then my colleagues to make sure that we can guide you through the entire journey and make sure that, it's not gonna be too uncomfortable for you, right? And so you don't have to worry too much about that. And then I always get asked, well, how long do I have to be on the program for? And so the rate of weight loss that I'm generally shooting for, because it's considered healthy, is 1 to 2 pounds per week maximum. We don't want to go over that. We generally don't want to go faster than that. And because we've noticed that if you lose a lot of weight really rapidly in an unsustainable fashion, there are long-term consequences, the most important of which is it's really gonna crash your metabolism. So even if you were able to lose all the weight really quickly with or without the medications, if you do it in an uncontrolled way, when you go off of the program, when you go off of your dieting or whatever thing that you're doing, it's gonna yo-yo right back, which is one of the reasons so many people are unsuccessful on their own, because they just get too into it in the very beginning and they're not thinking about it in a long-term way. And that's something that my team will always kind of help you keep in focus, keep in perspective. It's like, it's about the long-term outcome. Right? And I always tell my patients in the kindest way possible, after I get you off the program, I hope to never see you again. Not because you're not a nice person, but because I don't want you to gain any of the weight back and we have to redo everything from the beginning. And so that's like in a nutshell what the program is all about. If you have any additional questions, by all means, you can reach out to us or you can leave a comment down below and we'll see you next time.